Hello, welcome to libbystamps.com. I'm here to show you today an embossing with Blendabilities card. This is one that I made, and I've just cut around the flowers that I've put on the bottom, and I've lined the inside with Whisper White, and you can see that through the bottom there. And I've also done an envelope to match. So that's one card that I've done using the white embossing and the Blendabilities. And then the other card I've done is very similar, just used more colours. With also the white embossing and the Blendabilities, and inside it's also decorated with an envelope to match. So we're going to do that today very quickly. This is not my original idea. I think it was Cindy Wilkinson from the USA who came up with this idea. All right, so things that we're going to need today, of course, are our embossing buddy. And we're going to be using basic black cardstock, Versamark ink, and some Blendabilities, white embossing powder, and Flower Shop stamp set. All right, so we'll start off by using our embossing buddy on our black cardstock, and I'm just going to make one similar to the last one I showed you today. All right, so I've given that a good wipe over. I'll put that out of the way, and then I'm going to open up the card so that I can take advantage of my grid paper. I've got my Versamark here and my Flower Shop stamp already blocked up, and virtually what we're going to do is just stamp on the edge of the card. Now you can stamp right on the edge, you can stamp off the edge, anywhere you like. And I think I might take this one around a bit as well. All right, so that's all that stamping we're going to do. All right, now using the Lots of Thanks stamp set, I'm just going to block up another stamp. I'll just do the thank you so much. I'm also going to ink this up on the Versamark and stamp and hope it's straight about there. All right, so that's all we need the Versamark for, and I like to keep it covered so it doesn't dry out. All right, then we're going to use our white embossing powder. Now I like to keep my embossing powder like this. I find it creates less mess. And I'm just going to hold my black card up over that and sprinkle the embossing powder liberally on it, hoping that we get all the bits. So make sure you cover all the parts that you've stamped. All right, and then we're just going to knock off the excess there, and then we're going to use the heat gun. So I hope it's not going to be too loud for you, but we just need to get this embossed. All right, I've just got this last little bit to do, which is the sentiment, and I'm hoping you can see that change there. Just checking I've got it all. Then we need our Blendabilities, and I've chosen to use the Blackberry Bliss and the Coastal Cabana Blendabilities, and it's important that you keep these flat so the ink doesn't drain from one end to the other, because they're not refillable. Now this works with this process because they're alcohol inks. You couldn't do the same with the markers because they won't blend onto the embossing. Alright, so all you really have to do is just go over the colour or the embossing. You don't have to be terribly careful with it. Because you're using black card, that covers up any colour that you get on the cardstock that's over the line. So it's not like when you were at school and you had to colour within the lines. So, and I'm just going to do it very quickly for you here today, so that you just get the idea. And it's a very quick, easy technique. And I'll just do this last one. You can go back later and fix up any bits that you missed. All right, now putting these away, the trick is to have it flat on the table and slide it in and then click. And that means the brush won't get damaged when you're putting it away. All right, this last little bit I'm going to do in Coastal Cabana. All right, and then I'm going to do the sentiment. And I'm just going to wipe across with the Coastal Cabana. I'm going to turn it around that way because it just makes it easier for me. All right, so I've done those two bits in the Coastal Cabana. Again, holding it flat, pushing it in and snapping. I'm just going to do the U in Blackberry Bliss. All right, so that's the card. Now the inside, I'm just going to do a piece that's 10 by 14.5 centimeters of Whisper White, and I'm using Coastal Cabana ink and a sponge dauber, and I've already done 3 sides, so I'm just going to do this last side. All right, so that's that done, and then we just need to stamp. So I'm just going to stamp up, same flower, turn it, and I'll stamp in the corner. Add some snail, bit of snail for the inside. We're just going to put it here. So the measurements again for the inside were 10 by 14.5 centimeters. And there's your card. So there's the outside finished and the inside. So that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you pop back again next week for another video with Libby. Bye for now.
If you want to play, make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find